Guys, so I am finally doing my answers video for when I asked you guys some questions on my 1,000 subscribers video. Um, so yeah, I'm just going to get right to it because I'm going to try to answer all your questions, and this video is going to be long. Just saying that right now. Okay, so I have them written down next to me. So the first one is from Baron Homer 1, and it is, are there any shows you have heard about upcoming that you are looking forward to, and what is your favorite current show to react to? Not really when it comes to other shows. There's almost every season I feel like I give a few new shows a try, but I don't think I got super excited about anything this season for some reason. I don't know why. And what is your favorite current show to react to? My favorite current show that I react to is The Walking Dead. My favorite current show is The Walking Dead. My favorite show, period, is The Walking Dead. So to answer those questions. And also, Nick Walters also asked, out of all the shows you watch, which is your favorite? And that is, again, The Walking Dead. I think it's amazing. I could talk about that for hours, but I won't. TOH786 asks, are you still planning to install software which will allow us to watch the episode in the corner of the screen as the reaction is being played? Okay, so I've been getting a few questions about this lately, especially on my Doctor Who videos, so we'll talk about it briefly. Right now, I have a computer that is hanging on to its last legs, basically. And to do the reactions that I do without picture-in-picture, it takes quite a few hours, not of me physically editing it, but for everything to kind of transfer and save. It just takes forever. So at the moment, I am not going to do that. However, I believe I will do it once I get a computer that can handle everything easier. It's taking so long for just the reactions that I do to even get up that I mean, it's a mess. But I am thinking about doing that. So let's hope. The next question is from Chunky Kitten, and it says, when you finish Daredevil, I hope you know that's the tip of the Netflix Marvel spear with Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, etc. So the question is, if you enjoy Daredevil, sorry, I'm sick, would you move on to those? Okay, so now let's talk about superhero stuff for a while. I think I give a slight, I don't know. This is really hard to explain. I like some superhero things. I don't like most superhero things. So my answer, unless some of you are like, oh my God, this show was amazing. It was the best thing ever. You should watch it. I would say no, I'm not going to move to all of those. I'm not the biggest superhero fan. I know it's misleading because I do Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reactions, but I love Whedon, and that's where I really went in to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's not really because it's Marvel or whatever. I watch the Marvel movies. I only like a handful of them. So I'm just putting this out here. I got a lot of Marvel and kind of superhero questions, and I read some comic books when I was growing up. I'm selective of the superhero movies that I watch. Or I guess I watch them, but I don't enjoy a lot of them, if that makes sense. So I already have a whole lot of superhero fatigue. or Marvel fatigue, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to watching like all of it. I am going to do Daredevil just because that is so requested. If any of the other ones you say are like so good, then maybe, but I don't have plans to do it now. So Mark L writes, would you ever dress up as Daisy or Black Widow and watch an episode of S.H.I.E.L.D.? No, but I'll dress up like Fitz. Raymond562 has a couple of questions. Will you be watching Agent Carter Season 2? Which is your favorite and least favorite episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. and why? What is your favorite scene in Avengers? What are your favorite pizza toppings? And who enjoys doing reactions more, you or Kevin? Okay, that's a lot of questions. Let's get to them. Okay, so will you be watching Agent Carter Season 2? No, I did not watch Agent Carter Season 1, so I would assume that wouldn't work out well for me. What are your favorite pizza toppings? I'm boring. I like plain pizza, but I like almost anything. You can throw anything on a pizza and I'll eat it because I just like food in general. So anything. Who enjoys doing reactions more? You or Kevin? It's my thing. Kevin just sort of sits there like. He's already going to watch all the shows that I record us watching, so he kind of just sits there. And, yeah, that's it. So probably more me. But I guess we both enjoy doing it. What is your favorite scene in Avengers? Okay. So when I say that I don't always like certain Marvel, I love Avengers. Let's just throw that out there. It's because it's Whedon for the most part, because I'm just obsessed with him. I've seen Avengers a lot. Okay. So, my favorite scene in Avengers, probably something awesome having to do with Hawkeye, because he's my favorite. Yeah, any of the big, great, not big, but really cool Hawkeye moments are my favorites because he's my favorite. So, yeah. I also really like the moment where Hulk punches Thor. I really like that moment too. What is your favorite and least favorite episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. and why? Let's talk about this, shall we? Okay. Ugh. I'll go with least favorite first. I don't know if I can think of a specific episode that is my least favorite. There's probably a couple standalone like episodes that I'm not a big fan of. But if you guys have watched my channel long enough, you guys will know that most likely any episode that heavily centers around Skye or Daisy, however you want to call her, is probably not my favorite. She's gotten much better in season 3. I would throw it out there, but season 2 was really hard for me because if you don't like that character, it is so hard to get through some of those episodes because it was very Skye centric. And favorite episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. My favorite episode of S.H.I.E.L.D. is probably okay, I'm going to say 2, but for different reasons. The season 1 finale is probably really up there. I loved it. I think it had action, it had emotional moments, it had everything. I was really excited about the season 1 finale. That's definitely the episode that really got me to say, oh my god, this show is going to be so good. My other favorite episode is probably Melinda, the Cavalry episode, where they talk about and show flashbacks of what May did to get her nickname, the Cavalry. They've been calling her that since episode 1, and I was really excited to watch it and so surprised with the story. Like, I mean, I feel like we were all going into that episode thinking, oh my god, she's gonna like kill 100 men with like her bare hands and it's gonna be amazing, and it was just so much more gut-wrenching than we thought. That one's a really big one for me. I really love that episode. Next question is from Papa Ken Media, my good friend Will. Hi. And he says, do you think you'll do any other videos other than reaction videos on your channel, or do you think you'll be doing those consistently? I don't know how much I'm going to branch out into other videos, unless they have something to do with TV. That's kind of my thing, and reactions and things like that. So, not as of yet, but I'm not opposed to the idea either. I just, right now, I just want to focus on reaction videos and kind of like my weekly chats and things like that. So, my good friend Tim asks, who's your favorite reactor or reactors, and why? Also, which show that you're reacting to? That you're reacting to. Oh, that you like the most. Okay, so I already said it's The Walking Dead. And favorite reactors, my friends. I'm not going to list them because I have a feeling I'm going to miss someone and be an asshole, but a lot of them are listed on my main channel page, so you can check them out. But yes, my friends, let's promote their channels. The next question is from Cal L, and it says, if a lot of your subscribers told you to start playing video games, would you? Yes. Okay, so here's the thing with me in video games. We talked about this in the last Q&A. I am not a good video game player person. Like, I'm just not... I care way too much. Like, I spend forever on the part of some games where you have to design your character, because I want to make my character look fierce as hell, and that's all that matters to me. I feel like I would give women a really, really bad name when it comes to games. However, what I will say is I fucking love the Telltale games. Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. Walking Dead a little bit more than Game of Thrones. It's just a little better storytelling-wise. And I am obsessed with them. I get mad at my friends if they don't pick like the right things. Like, I have a problem. So me and Kevin have talked about possibly doing those videos. And I have not played the last episode of, which I think is out right now, of Game of Thrones Telltale. And I don't know if I will. I think I'm going to wait till Kevin gets back. I think that's going to be one of the things. I wait till Kevin gets back. Ooh. Okay. So Liam Catterson, again, my good friend, is... asked, when you started reactions, did you have an inspiration, or before you started, or did you watch any reactors? If so, okay, I already answered the reactors part. So what made me start reaction videos, or inspiration of it? Most of my friends say that I'm a very entertaining person to watch shows with, and it was brought to my attention that a lot of times they watch me more than the shows, because I just make funny comments, and I get insanely invested into characters, as you guys can see by the amount of times I've cried in a reaction video. But the whole reason I really started, I don't think I would have started if Kevin didn't kind of give me that push to do so, was, you know, I had a career, I had a lot of stuff going on for me, and then I got married, and had to move for his career and his job. Most of you know what that means, but yeah, so I am now at a place where the industry for my career is absolutely non-existent. I have tried my best to start up my own business. I've been fairly successful with that, but I needed something else. I've had my blog for a while, and then eventually I just thought, okay, let's just do some reaction videos. I don't have any sort of aspirations to become a big reactor or YouTuber, get subscribers or views, or it's really not for me. I wanted to try to connect with other people who love these shows as much as I did and make a place where people could talk about the shows and talk about their favorite characters and not be judged for or anything like that. That sounds so sappy, but that's kind of what I want my channel to be. If my reaction videos get literally just 20 views every week, and it's 20 very enthusiastic and great people who watch them and talk about them and all that stuff, then that's all I want. Yeah, so that's my spiel on that. Okay, so the next one is another friend of mine, Ayune, my homegirl. I love her. What movie are you most excited for in 2016? Well, let me tell you, if you said 2015, I would say Star Wars. I am so excited for Star Wars. Like, I get chills. I'm just really excited. I am a big sci-fi nerd, so Star Wars is everything. And even before Kevin left, he was like, "Are you gonna wait to watch Star Wars with me?" And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, so he's gonna have to watch Star Wars when he gets back. Or maybe they'll do a screening over there. Do you think? Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. But so maybe he'll watch it before he comes back. But for 2016, probably, and this is not going to be a popular opinion, Star Trek Beyond. Again, I'm a big sci-fi nerd. I am a big, more of a sci-fi nerd than I am a superhero nerd. And, I love Star Trek. It's really nerdy, but I love it. So I'm probably most excited for that one. Star Wars and Star Trek, both of them. So another good friend of mine, Relapse Galore 55, says, "Why are you so damn beautiful?" It's a fuck ton of makeup. The next question comes from Christian Lynch, and it is, do you follow the Marvel movies, and if so, which one is your favorite? I kind of talked about that before. I think I've seen almost all of them. I only like a handful. Avengers is my favorite, and probably Age of Ultron is also my favorite. I really liked Ant-Man. Weirdly enough, I really, really liked Ant-Man. I liked Guardians. I have to like the Captain America movies, or else Kevin would kill me. So those are his favorite, if any of you are curious. The next question is from Ciro Alvarez, and it is favorite Marvel superhero and favorite DC superhero. Okay, so I talked about this before. I did read some comics growing up, but I was very selective. And the comics that I did read that I was selective about were Marvel comics. So, I mean, I know things about DC because, I just, it's hard not to know things. But I can't give a very valid answer for that. Honestly, and this is going to sound maybe typical, but I've always liked the story of Superman. And I think I'm the only person in the world that likes Superman more than Batman. I have not met anybody else. If you're a person like that, leave it down below in the comments. Yes, I really like Superman. However, movie-wise, if I do go see Batman vs. Superman and all that and get into that, I am obsessed with Jason Momoa. I am a huge Game of Thrones fan. I am an even bigger Stargate Atlantis fan. So let's talk. I mean, it's very possible that Aquaman will rise in the ranks for me and that. Favorite Marvel superhero. So the number one thing that I love about Marvel is X-Men. Comic book wise, they are my favorite. Um, and my favorite X-Men is Nightcrawler. So that's my pick. From the movies, it's Hawkeye. If they made a fucking Hawkeye Nightcrawler duo movie, what a sneaky, stealthy little bunch those two would be. I love it. I'm writing this movie in my head already. I'm really excited about it. Yes, let's make that happen. I'm the only one who would be excited for it, but I would like to make that happen. Okay, the next question is from Joe Burke, my nemesis. Anyway, he says, or he asks, how did you and Kevin meet? Well, the story of me and Kevin now. When I was younger, I would always go to basketball games with my dad, local basketball games. And he, I went off to college and that kind of stopped for a while. But then when I moved back from college and started, getting, trying to get some jobs and things like that, I moved back to my hometown, and we would start going back up to games. This is a lot of back information that none of you care about. And we would go to West Point for basketball games. And yeah, one day I was there and Kevin just started talking to me. I mean, honestly, that's how it happened. And then eventually we decided that we wanted to go on a date. He was a cadet there at the time. And then we decided that we wanted to go on a date, and we did. And the rest is history. So that's basically it. We're close to done. Not really. I mean, I have a few more. Okay. Ancient McQueen asks, do you read much comics? Do you feel the need to keep up with the background of the new characters who appear on shows? I don't read a ton of comics. I read the Walking Dead comics. I have for a long time. I read the Buffy comics, or anything Whedon that is continuing in comic book form. Yeah. X-Men comics. There might be some other ones, but I'm not really thinking about them at the moment. And do you feel the need to keep up with the background of new characters who appear on shows? Sometimes. Normally when I write my blog, I have to do a lot of research sometimes when it comes to S.H.I.E.L.D. or like sometimes Game of Thrones. I don't read the books in Game of Thrones. I read the comics in Walking Dead. I am good for the Walking Dead. I don't need any new information with that. But sometimes, but not too much. My dear friend Steven Simpson asks, what was your first live entertainment experience, and what was the first proper holiday you and Kevin went on as a couple? Proper holiday. It's adorable. My first live entertainment experience, if I'm correct, when I was really young, my parents took me to go see B.B. King live in New York City? Albany? Kind of giving you guys where I grew up, but I'm a New Yorker. And what was the first proper holiday you did? Proper holiday. I'm assuming you mean vacation, and not like for. I'm not trying to be mean or like, but we don't call it that here. So, proper holiday. Disney World. It's always Disney World. Oh, let's be real. Me and Kevin go to Disney World all the time. All the time. If any of you guys are Facebook friends with me, just go back into my pictures and you'll just see a ton of pictures of me and Kevin chilling in Disney World. We do it all the time. So that was our first trip together. My good friend Niles Reacts. Check out his channel. If you could bring back one dead character from the Walking Dead comics and show, which one would you choose? Niles, you are going to get me in trouble. All right, here we go. Comics is easy for me. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler, earmuffs. If you don't want to know anything, just move on, okay? Glenn, absolutely, in the comics. What a horrible, horrible way to go. No, kids. I'm gonna cry thinking about it. All right. And in the show, get ready, get ready to start writing some really mean comments to me. I can't wait. In the show, wholeheartedly, I'm going to stand my ground and say, Beth, I loved her. And I will say, I'm going to go on a little rant, just because you love Beth doesn't mean you're a 14-year-old girl who wants her to bang Daryl. Sorry, I have a lot of pent-up anger about the whole situation. But, yes, I would absolutely bring Beth back. I loved her. I thought she was just getting momentum, and then it was awful, and everything was sad. And I remember her death scene was me and Kevin were just, thank God we weren't doing reaction videos then. You guys would have thought we needed therapy after. I mean, we were a fucking mess. We were not happy. Yeah, so leave your hate comments below about how horrible you think Beth was, but she's my pick, so whatever. Okay, so Billy Lawrence asked me a ton of questions. Hi, Billy. So number one is, what's the worst nightmare you've ever had? The worst nightmare I've ever had probably involves snakes, because I am fucking terrified of them. I hate snakes. They're so scary. Oh my god. Luckily you haven't watched a reaction video where like a snake popped up on the screen, because I will like flail and freak out. I'll try to leave it in there if there's a snake in an episode of anything. If you could live in a universe of a television show, which one would it be? Probably, which I can't imagine it would be such a fun life, but my favorite universe, either Firefly or Battlestar Galactica. One of those two. Again, they weren't particularly fun universes to be in, but that's my pick. I've always just liked the scenery and all that stuff there. Who's the one celebrity who you would love to hang out with for a day? I've kind of mentioned this. Joss Whedon. Joss Whedon, wholeheartedly, completely, hands down, he is everything to me. He is my inspiration for so many things. I love him. If I ever met him in person, I'd probably break down and cry and convulse, and it wouldn't be cute. It would not be cute. If you could travel to any point in time, what would it be and why? The unknown and the unfamiliar, I don't really like that. I don't think I would be a very good time traveler, because I wouldn't want to go anywhere. Like, I would pick, like yesterday. I'd go, yeah, because, like, stuff that would already be accomplished from yesterday, but, like, I could just chill for a day. Like, that's really not an exciting answer at all, but I probably wouldn't go anywhere that exciting. And if you could have a team to help save the world from a zombie onslaught, who would it be? And he has listed different types of like people that I have to choose from. So let's get started. First, live action superhero. I don't know if this qualifies as a superhero, probably not, but whatever. Buffy. Picking Buffy. Cartoon or anime character? I probably should have thought of this ahead of time. Cartoon or anime character? Somebody awesome from like a Disney movie. Jeez. I can't think of anybody that like, I'm going with a villain. Maybe like Maleficent. That would be helpful. A friend. A friend. Probably my friend Matt. Hi, Matt. he's not gonna watch this, but yeah, probably him. A family member, Kevin. He's technically family, not friend, right? Husband, Kevin. He knows how to use a lot of weapons. A YouTuber. I don't know. Are there weapons experts on YouTube? If there are, somebody like that would be lovely. A movie star. Andrew Lincoln. I mean, he's not. Well, he's been in movies. I would say, yeah, he has to have some inside knowledge of how to deal with this shit, right? So Andrew Lincoln, and then one other. Oh, I don't know, like somebody, and Steven Yeun, just to bring it all together, right? Wouldn't that be great? Yeah. So those are my answers to that question. Only 2 more questions, guys. The next one is, what would you like to see in season 6 in Game of Thrones? And that is from Button Bashing Bros. Okay. How honest do I want to be? I already dropped the Beth bomb. Fuck it, let's do it. The number one thing I would most like to see in season 6 of Game of Thrones is for Cersei to live. You can hate me more in the comments now. Yes, Cersei is my favorite. I love her. She's evil, and I love Lena. I think she is the best. Yes, I think she's the best fucking actress that they have on that show by far. I love her. I like Cersei. I think her descent into madness is wonderful. I think, like, Marcella died, by the way, spoiler alert, Marcella dying and Joffrey like, her kids are not doing well, and that's, like, kind of the only thing she cares about, and, like, she's, oh my god, she's gonna set everyone on fire. She's gonna set everyone on fire, and I would like to see her. I know she's not gonna make it throughout the whole show. I'm aware of that. You can tell me in the comments, but I'm really aware, and that she should die. However, I would like her to light everyone on fire. And that bitch with the bell, the number one thing I want to see in season 6 is for Cersei to kill that bitch with the bell. So, sorry if that's not the answer you're looking for, but that is the actual honest answer. And last but not least, John Cockburn asks, what is your favorite episode from each season so far, and why? Of the Walking Dead. Sorry, I don't know why I didn't say that. Okay, so listen, I've watched The Walking Dead so many times, so I'm really excited to answer this question. Okay, let's go. Season 1, best episode is Guts, in my opinion. I know most people like the premiere, but just the amount of character development and insane moments, and that final moment leaving Merle on the roof, again, spoiler alert, but that just such a good episode. Gross, but good. Season 2, if it was favorite moment, it would be different, but episode-wise, I am going to go completely with Judge, Jury, and Executioner, which, again, spoiler alert, but is the one where Dale dies. Because I like the whole process of the episode where he's, like, really trying to save the life of this kid. That's why I love The Walking Dead so much. What is the right answer in that situation? This is a kid, but he could also be involved with rapists and murderers, and I mean, ugh, what a mess. And I just liked the whole arc of the episode, that Dale was really trying to save this kid's life, and it turns out that Dale lost his life at the end of it, which was really sad. So that's my favorite in season 2. Season 3, there's definitely 2 of them that I'm deciding between This Sorrowful Life and The Killer Within, but I think I'm going to go with The Killer Within. what a shocking episode for episode 4, and for all of us, like, our jaws to drop and everything to just be, I mean, awful. Um, I loved it. Season 4 what is I can't, oh my god, this is hard. Okay, so the thing about season 4 with me, it's my favorite season. I know a lot of you hate it. You hate it so much, but I loved it. I thought there were great episodes that really got you to fall in love with these characters. Like, I am so obsessed with season 4. I can't even tell you. Me and Kevin have watched season 4 a ton, like a lot. But I think my favorite is Too Far Gone. I love the slower emotional episodes. I really do. But Too Far Gone to me just, I mean, it was crazy. But obviously there's so many other good ones in the back 8, I think, which I know a lot of you don't agree, but I fucking love season 4. Season 5, I don't think it's competition. No Sanctuary for sure was amazing. And season 6, I guess for the first half of season 6, JSS or thank you. Those two. That was a 1-2 punch right at the start, which was kind of insane. So those two were probably my favorites. But I have a feeling episode 9 is gonna be amazing. Those of you who read the comics, listen. We know what's about to happen. So yeah. So that's it. I'm sorry that this video is so fucking long. Congratulations if you made it to the end of it. If not, if you just scrolled for your question, that's fine. Anyway, that's good. You can skip the fact that I like Beth and Cersei, so you don't have to hate me as much as some people do. Whatever, I stand by them. Fuck it. I love them. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I love you all. Bye.